Good day, ma'am, and good day, classmate. Today, we're going to tackle about approaches, methods, and techniques in teaching EPP. So, welcome to Edukasyon, Pantahanan at Pangkabuhayan. So, we are the Group 5. And we are going to tackle about the approaches, method, and techniques in teaching EPP. A. Demonstration method. B. Hands-on learning. C. Cooperative learning. D. Project method. And E. Instructional modules. F. Utilization of resource, persons, and community materials. Letter G. Field trip, home visits, community work. So, the classroom is a dynamic environment bringing together students from different backgrounds with various abilities and personalities. Being an effective teacher, therefore, requires the implementation of creative and innovation teaching strategies in order to meet students' individual needs. So, sabi dito, to be an effective teacher, we as a student need to study these teaching strategies so that we can use it when we are going to teach or when we became a teacher someday. Okay? So, yun. Tsaka, diba nga po, iba-iba ang standard ng bawat estudyante. So, dapat iba-iba din yung strategies na gamitin natin sa kanila. Kasi, kunyari, hindi naman lahat kaya agad maka-pick up ng tinuturo. So, yung iba, kailangan tutukan pa nating maigi. Since, nasa Bachelor of Elementary Education tayo, sa atin nagsisimula ang mga natututunan ng estudyante. Okay. Usog ko lang, wait. So, demonstration method. The demonstration method is a direct method of instruction and it is referred as the show and tell method. The teacher simply shows to the student how a thing is done and explain as he or she demonstrates. So, sa show and tell, ang ginagawa po doon sa method na yon, may pinapakita yung isang teacher and sinasabi niya kung ano yung nangyayari doon sa pinapakita niya so that naiintindihan siya ng kanyang student. Okay? So, two types of demonstration. A. Demonstration of a product. For example, nagpakita siya ng isang product na pwede nating gamitin. So, 'di ba may ano doon, may dine-demonstrate niya yung product na yon. So, pinapakita niya yon sa atin and sinasabi niya kung ano ba yung meron sa product na yon. For example, ang product is food, plant-based burger. So, pinapakita niya kung paano nagawa yung isang plant-based burger. Since we all know that the burger here, yung sikat na burger is gawa sa meat. Pero dito, sa kanyang pinakitang product, ang burger ay isang plant-based or gawa sa plant-based. So, ang ginawa ni teacher, pinakita niya po yung process kung paano ginawa yung patty, yung vegetarian patty or yung plant-based patty. Tapos, kung paano nabuo yung produkto na yun nang walang halong meat. So, yun. Habang pinapakita niya kung paano ginagawa, syempre, nagsasalita siya and sinasabi niya yung kung paano ginagawa yung product na yun. So, yun yung sa demonstration of a product. Letter B, demonstration of a process. It is expected that after the teacher demonstrations of a process, the student are given the opportunity to demonstrate the process or the skills themselves. However, students should not be expected to demonstrate the process or the skill immediately on their own after the teacher has shown it. So, dito naman po, sa demonstration of a process, in-expect dito na pagkatapos ni teacher i-demonstrate yung process, yung student din is magkakaroon din siya ng kakayahan upang mag-demonstrate ng isang process. Pero hindi yun agad-agad. Syempre, kasi nga, lahat ng bagay ay dapat pinaghahandaan. Okay? So, next na po tayo. The steps are A. Teacher demonstrates. Watch me and listen to me. So, yun nga yung manonood kayo, tapos makikinig kayo. Letter B. Students demonstrates with scaffolding from teacher. Let's do it together. Yun yung sabay na kayo ni teacher maggagawa or gagawin yung isang activity. Letter C. When student can do the process by himself or herself, students demonstrate the skill or process. So, dito naman sa letter C, yung student, meron na siyang kakayahan upang gawin yung isang process ng sarili niya lang. So, yun yung do it as I watch. Kasi nga, napanood niya na si teacher gumawa nun. So, ngayon, alam niya na kung paano yung process. Kaya, kaya niya na yung gawin mag-isa. Letter D, teacher gives more opportunity for practice for skill mastery. So, dito naman, yung teacher ay nagbibigay ng oportunidad para mag-practice at ma-master mo yung isang skill na yon. Letter E, teacher assesses to determine skill mastery by all students. It goes without saying that at all times while students practice the newly learned skill, teacher must be visible supervising students while they practice for mastery. Dito naman, si teacher, nagsusupervise na lang siya. For example, may nakalimutan si student. So, si teacher, nandyan siya to supervise his or her student. So, nagiging gabay na lang po dito si teacher. I think, itong mga skills na to is nagagamit na siya sa grade 4. Kasi, more on sa grade 4 yung parang tinuturuan magtahi, tapos kapag marunong na, ginagawa ng project, 'di ba? Nagkakaroon na ng parang project na shorts, na tahi ng student. Yun lang po. And the next reporter naman po is si Miss Noel.
Good day everyone. Today I'm going to discuss about the hands-on learning. So, what is hands-on learning? Hands-on learning, more formally known as experiential education, reflects a student philosophy that promotes learning by doing. The strategy allows children to practice guided tactile learning in which they absorb knowledge not only by listening but by experiencing. Generally speaking, hands-on learning is learning through experience. Students handle the materials, equipments, and instruments in real time and manipulate it. It is obtaining the skills, knowledge, and competences that are necessary. So, ang hands-on learning daw po is dito mas natututo yung student kasi hindi lang sila nakikinig, kundi hindi nararanasan nila na hawakan ang kani-kanilang mga gagawin at ginagawa ito nila sa tamang oras. Dito rin nila nailalabas ang kani-kanilang abilidad or kakayahan. Sapagkat kung makikinig lamang tayo, wala naman tayong matututunan. So, sa hands-on learning, mas marami tayong natututunan kasi tayo mismo yung gumagawa. Working in hands-on way is presumed to extend a more thrilling and realistic experience. The most verifiable researches bear evidence for the speculation that employing hands-on activities steers to positive motivational results. Although there are also evidences that adults may be over-challenged when independent problem-solving is involved during these kinds of activities, especially those who are not used to open laboratory work were found to be low in confidence regarding aspects of practical and hands-on work that require analysis and critical thinking. So, kapag hands-on way daw po ang mas magiging maganda yung kakalabasan dahil mas ini-enjoy natin ito. Pero sa hands-on learning, kailangan natin kilatisin o isipin muna ang ating gagawing bago tayo gumawa sapagkat mas maayos o mas maganda ang kalalabasan kung ito'y ating pag-iisipan. So one of the benefits of hands-on learning environment is that students will get a feel for materials and equipment that is commonly used in the workplace after the course. This is particularly good if the student is working with equipment and tools. One of the main reasons of accidents is the workplace comes from equipment and tools misuse. Knowing how to properly handle equipment increases safety. By definition, hands-on learning requires students to engage in education process using multiple senses including sight, hearing, and touch, known as multisensory learning. The hands-on teaching strategy engages the senses in a way that promotes learning comprehensions on multiply level. So sa benefits naman po, when the students are given the ability to learn in practical hands-on, so they're often to engage, stimulated, and want to learn as much as possible. So the students' appetite for learning increases and they are more willing to listen and pay attention if they are more. So parang kapag marami bagay yung task na kanilang gagawin, so mas willing tayong ginaganahan tayong matuto. So they are more willing to listen and pay attention of they have a more task to complete. So for example, a young child may verbally acknowledge understanding the basic math facts, but it's unable to solve problems on an additional worksheets. Manipulating tactile math blocks allows that students to be better comprehends the concept by actively utilizing acquired knowledge. So hands-on learning requires students to engage the education process. So we are going to use the multisensory learning. The hands-on teaching strategy, so it engages the senses in a way that we promote learning comprehension on multiple levels. So for this practice allows students to understand and also to use it. So that's all.
Good evening everyone, I'm Marvy Anebes and I am the reporter for Cooperative Learning. What is cooperative learning? Cooperative learning, sometimes called small group learning, is an instructional strategy in which small groups of students work together on a common task. Also enables them to learn and teach group members. The success of each member depends on the group success. The task can be as simple as solving a multi-step math problem together, or as complex as developing a design for a new kind of school. In some cases, each group member is individually accountable for the part of the task. In other cases, group members work together without formal rule assignments, according to David Johnson and Roger Johnson, 1999. Cooperative learning changes students' and teachers' roles in classrooms. The ownership of teaching and learning is shared by groups of students and is no longer the sole responsibility of the teacher. The authority of setting goals, accessing learning, and facilitating learning is shared by all. Students have more opportunities to actively participate in their learning, question and challenge each other, share and discuss their ideas, and internalize their learning, along with improving academic learning. Cooperative learning helps students engage in thoughtful discourse and examine different perspectives, and it has been proven to increase students' self-esteem, motivation, and empathy. Let's proceed to the elements of cooperative learning. Basically, there are 5 elements of cooperative learning. First, positive interdependence. Students feel responsible for their own and group's effort. Positive interdependence is committed to personal success as well as the success of each member of the group. Second, face-to-face interaction. Students encourage and support one another. The environment encourages discussion and eye contact. Also, to learn, they help give confidence, support, and admire each other's work. Third, individual and group accountability. Each student is responsible for doing their part. The group is accountable for meeting its goal. Also, the members are accountable for their fair contribution and also for achieving the group goal. Fourth, social skills. Group members gain direct instruction in the interpersonal, social, and collaborative skills needed to work with others occurs. Basically, they are teamwork skills. Last, processing. Group members analyze their own and the group's ability to work together. Also, they feel each other's concern and make merry and accomplishments. That's all. I hope na may natutunan po kayo. Thank you.
Good day. I'm going to talk about project method and project base. Method, this is a strategy where learners acquire knowledge through planning and execution of practical projects. So, what is? According to Kilpatrick, a project is a wholehearted purposely activity proceeding in a social environment. And according naman kay Baylord, a project is a bit of real life that has been imparted into school. And to Thomas and Long, it is a voluntary undertaking which involves constructive efforts and eventuates into objective results. So, project method is one of the modern method of teaching in which the student's point of view is given importance in designing the curricula and content of studies. So, in project method, it is a base of pragmatism and the principle is learning by doing. So, in learning by doing, you can live by learning. So, in this strategy, the pupils perform constructive activities in natural condition. Sa project na to, it is a list of real life that has been imparted into the school. It demands work from the pupils. So, they have types of project-based method. It is individual project, group project, simplex project, complex project, according to Kilpatrick Kaun in 2014. So, what is the meaning of individual project? The students serve the problem in their own according to their interest, capacity, attitude, and their needs. In group project naman, the problem is solved by the group of pupils in the class. Herein the social citizenship qualities and synergism are developed. Sa simplex and complex project naman, the simple projects, the students are completing only one work at a time. It gives the deep information about the project in a one angle. So the students get a deeper and broader knowledge about their problems. In the complex project naman, the students are carried out more than a work at a time. They are focuses on the work in various subjects and angles. So, the students get the knowledge about the work in various activities and dimensions. Okay, the next one is about the project can be classified into A. Constructive project. In constructive project naman, the practical or physical task such as construction of article, making a model, and playing drama are done in this type. Sa aesthetic project naman, appreciation powers of learners are developed through musical program, beautification of things and appreciation of poems and so on. Sa C naman, the problematic project, it developed the problem solving, the capacity of learners through their experiences. And sa drill project naman, it develops mastery of the skills and knowledge of the learners. It steps in preparing a learning activity under the project-based learning technique. So, in creating these situations, the teacher tells the method of procedure to be done that selecting the project. It applies 6 principles project method. It is purpose, utility, activity, freedom, reality, and prior planning. So, what is planning? The teacher discuss various points to the learners and take part in this discussion. So, in the execution naman, it select the relevant facts. Sa evaluation, when finished project is evaluated by the group within themselves and reported to the teacher. So, the last is reporting. In reporting, the learners write each and every step on how they finish the project. That's all. Thank you.
So, have a good day. So, I'm the reporter of this instructional module. So, I'm Mr. Manjares, the reporter. So, instructional module. So, what is instructional module? So, modular teaching is one of the most widespread of recognizes learning techniques. An instructional module is a self-contained and self-sufficient unit of instruction for the learners to achieve a set of objectives. Okay, so we have characteristic here. So independent, self-contained, self-instructional, clearly defined objectives concerned with individuals' differences, systematically organized learning opportunities, and also utilization of variety of media. So, yeah. So, number one is independent. So, what is independent? So, this instructional module is you have a wisdom or knowledge of learnings. You have easy to learn well because you have learned independent. So for example, this is you are easily to learn or study on yourself learnings. Okay, so next is we have self-contained. So you will contain yourself as instructional module. So you can learn well as yourself. For example, you have your study. So you have read ebooks, you have studied your lessons, and you can learn well when you have study yourself. And also we have is self-instructional. So self-instructional is you have step-by-step processing to follow the instruction for to learn to achieve a set of objectives. So you have instruction step-by-step learning. So you are easily to learn because you have step by step. So step 1, step 2, for example, you have a story of poem or books they have read. So for example, you have getting the settings or the climax of the story. Okay, so next is clearly defined objectives. So you have stated to support or to give the varied or the give the instructions of the learning. So you have given to recognize your learning techniques. So it is given by your self learnings. Okay, so next is we have concerned with it individual difference. Mostly not of all learnings or learner is we have independent or called advanced to their knowledge. Sometimes we have difficulties because of their minds. We have unlearn or unknowledge. So yeah. So next is systematically organized learning opportunities. So yun nga based from doon nga sa instructional. So dito naman is we have organized learning. So you will organize your learning based from the lessons from the very start and the end of your study. So you have learnings to get the very importance to do, or for example, the teacher you have teach or lesson on your class. So you have to take note the very important words or important details because it is help you how to learn well, and it is giving you the learn or notes when you have taken the exam or you want to learn more or learn well to this topic of your activity. And also we have utilization of variety of means. So when we call utilization or utilize, so you will rephrase the very important words in your study or your module. So yun nga is when we call the of lessoning or teaching from your teacher and teaching of you the lessons, you have to take note the very important words to know, and giving you notes when you have taken the exam. You will have an learnings that you will keep from the previous lessons. Okay, so next, so we have the active participations of learning. So components of module. So number one, we have the title. The title of module should be clear. So when we call be clear is giving you the instructions on how to learn. So what do you call this, or what is this study of your book? And number two is we have the introduction. So this is the background of module. So this is giving you the references and the important details when we have published this book or the publishers these books. Okay, so number three is we have the overview of the introduces of the learning. So the same time or the same theme of the module, it is purpose, organize, and uses. So giving you organization and the purpose of learnings. And also we have the instructions to the user. So this will provide clear instructions to the learner as to show how to should proceed and what he has to do after each step. So yun nga is you will instruct how to use this book. And also we have pretest. When do you call pretest is this is the learners or exam that you will take before you proceed the new learnings of your subject or topics in your school or subjects. So you need to take this because they will testify or test your learnings or your knowledge, how will we need or how will you learn this study, and what is the important do you need to improve in this subject, and what is the essence or important of this subject. Okay, so next is we have the objective of given. So the instructional objective of the module should be clearly stated. So it is giving you the varied learnings of module. So they will give you the clearly stated learnings. Okay, so number 7 is learning activities. So enable to learner to develop behavior in predetermination direction. So it is help you to step-by-step learnings easily by this learning activity. So when you have entering the subject, so we have first to teach you to do the quiz, we have the activities, the performance, and the evaluation how to learn this activity. Okay, so number 8 is we have the formative test. So these are given at the end of each unit learning activity. So this is are called if I'm mistaken is the midterm exam. So they will test your learnings, your brain, how will you learn the previous topic, and how will you give the supporting details on your exam. Okay, and number 9 is we have the summative evaluation. So it is done with help of the post-test admin. So this is the final or the finishing your learnings and the last topic or the end of your lessons of your module. So this will giving a chance they evaluate all your learnings from the previous and the past learnings of your module. So it is given by your teacher or by preparing the activities or performance tasks and quizzes or projects. So based from the learners do you have. So it depends on how will you learn. Sometimes we have difficulties because we have more thinkings that we have in school learning. And that's all, and thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Leon Oriviana and I will report all about utilization of resources of person and community materials. So let's start. Resources person are an expert who contribute information and opinions to participant in a learning situation. So, dito po sa sentence na ito is may mga expert daw na tao na pwedeng magbigay o mag-guide sa atin sa mga participant and learning situation. They frequently are used to conduct educational activities but may also be helpful to a committee at the program planning stage. So, may mga school activities daw po tayo na mas ginaganap natin on stage or in the classroom. So, we need to some educational activities na para mas enhance natin ang mga ating skills. Next, if the teacher is not an expert in a given content, he will need a resources person to ensure a good training where participant again will present knowledge. So, if hindi daw po expert ang ating teacher sa ating mga activities, like for example na magbe-bake or doing cookies, magbe-bake po or magluluto ng iba't ibang dishes, we will need resources person. So, ibig sabihin po, kailangan po natin na expert or may knowledge and skills dun sa ating mga gagawin, tungkol sa ating mga gagawin upang matulungan tayo at ma-present natin ng mabuti. Resources person do not just add expertise but also make a learning more interesting and attractive for the student as they can integrate their own experiences. So, dito naman din po, hindi lang po daw kailangan natin ng expertise. We need also learning more interesting. You need po, kailangan po natin ng uniqueness. For example, gagawa po tayo ng mga dishes. For example, gagawa tayo ng mga chicken curry or something na luto or bake. Mag-bake tayo ng cake. We need to add more uniqueness and kakaiba sa ating gagawin para ma-attract ang ating mga student na gumawa din po sila ng mga sariling nilang gawa and para magawan nila yung gagawin nila and magkakaroon sila ng experience and mas magiging madali para sa kanila. Using the local community and environment as resources, one important resources that at your fingertips is that of the local community and environment. So, dito naman din po is dito sa ating mga local communities, kunyari dito sa ating mga pamayanan is may mga pwedeng gawin tayo na pwedeng i-share natin in communities. In your local community, you have a people you have expertise in a wide range. In your local environment, you also have access to range of natural resources. So, sa local community daw natin is may mga tao na expert, may mga knowledge, may mga pinag-aralan, and may mga pinag-aralan sila sa mga iba't ibang gawain. So we need to talk or ask some help to those people who have a knowledge, and para mas matulungan nila tayo na gumawa ng uniqueness or the activities in our school. So, mas marami daw po tayo makuha dito sa ating community ng mga natural resources dahil mas marami tayong likas na yaman and mga iba't ibang uri ng ating pwedeng gamitin. So, that's all guys, and I hope that may natutunan kayo sa akin kahit konti, and that is all about utilization of resources, person, and community materials. So, hoping na may natutunan din kayo, and again, I'm Joanne Uribiana, reporting. That's all. Thank you.
Field trips, home visits, and community. Works field trips are recognized as important moments in learning, a shared social experience that provides the opportunity for students to encounter and explore novel things in an authentic setting. It is important to recognize that learning outcomes from field trips can range from cognitive to affective outcomes. Among the many potential outcomes, research has shown that field trips. So, sa field trips naman po, or home visits and community, dito, nagkakaroon ng understanding ang isang estudyante. Kaya nga, 'di ba, nung elementary days, kahit nga high school days, alam ko, merong field trip. Siyempre, minsan pumupunta sila sa Manila Zoo, 'di ba? Na-recognize yung mga iba't ibang uri ng animals na nakakulong doon sa zoo, and kung ano yung mga food nila, paano sila lumalaki, 'di ba? Sa mga zoo, may nakalagay yung name ng isang animal and kung gaano na siya katagal, ilang taon na siya, ano yung kinakain niya, what's good environment that fits to them para mabuhay. And yun, inaalagaan sila sa Manila Zoo para pag-aralan din nating mga tao, 'di ba? So may nakukuha tayong knowledge kapag pumapasok tayo sa mga zoo. So isa 'yan sa pinupuntahan ng field trips, especially kapag bata pa yung magpi-field trip, kunyari mga elementary, ganyan. So usually sa zoo sila dinadala. Syempre doon may mga bagong natututunan at may mga realization na nakukuha ang mga estudyante, 'di ba? Katulad ng kung ano yung tamang pag-alaga, paano hinahandle ng mga zoo organizers or yung mga tao doon na nag-aalaga ng mga animals, paano sila na-feed, paano sila nabubuhay, paano nililinis yung place nila and all. So, yun. Madaming natututunan yung mga bata pag dinadala sa mga field trip. Kaya mahalaga na meron din ganong setting sa mga school. So, that's all. Thank you. Happy learning, everyone.